Hey Compass family, Matt Collins here with your weekly video update for this upcoming Sunday, September 5th. Hey, we're moving into week 4 of a series we're in called Collide. And the idea of this series is that the worldview that Christians have, that the worldview that we have in Jesus is not meant to line up with the views of this world. And usually they are in a collision course. And that collision course oftentimes is beautiful. What makes that collision beautiful is the concept of love, real love, biblical love. And this week we're going to dive into just that concept. And it's not just love, but love what matters. And we're going to talk a lot about that this week. We're actually going to look at our theme verse for this week. Each week has a theme verse. We started out with Colossians 2:8. And this past week we actually looked at Proverbs 23:23 that said, buy truth and do not sell it. Instead, we talked about once you figure out what the truth is, to freely give it away. That's what we're called to do. We're called to show people what truth is. But this week, the theme verse comes from one of the smallest letters or books of the Bible. At the end of the Bible, John writes 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John. They're small, tiny books towards the very end of the Bible. And we're going to look at a theme verse from 1 John chapter 2. And actually, we're gonna make our theme verse 3 verses. So here's what it says. 1 John 2:15. This is what we're gonna dive into this week. I want you to be praying about what these verses mean and how God's Spirit can speak to you in them. But we're gonna dive deep into this, and here's what it says. 1 John 2:15 through 17. Do not love the world or the things in the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. 16. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, the pride of life is not of the Father, but of the world. Verse 17. And the world is passing away, and the lust of it. But he who does the will of God abides forever. Here's what John's saying there. He's saying that there is a love, and it's not a love of this world, but we as followers of Jesus, as people who understand what truth is and what real biblical love is, we are to love what matters and show people that love. And so one of the things I think that we really need to think about in the world we live in the culture that collides with the Christian worldview, is that there's a twisted view of what love is. They've twisted love from the Bible and they've applied it to their own worldly means. And many people don't realize they're doing it. So we need to go in and we need to love on them. We need to show them what real love is. And we need to redefine back to biblical means what love is. And so, as we move into this weekend, we have one service still. We're at 10 a.m., 222 Reed Market Road. We'd love to see you here. We are gathering in person, not neglecting meeting as some have done, as Hebrews tells us. And we are coming together to meet. If you are not able to come to the building, we do live stream. We live stream our 10 a.m. service on Facebook, through Facebook, and then we have it on YouTube as well. We would love to see you here. We would love to come and celebrate and dive into what John's telling us in this passage more deeply. A couple reminders real quick. On service this Sunday, we are collecting our baby bottles for the Pregnancy Resource Center of Bend. We've given out these bottles. Our hope is that you can fill it up with your spare change, and then you can bring it back, and we can bless the Pregnancy Resource Center of Bend so that they can continue promoting the love of God and Jesus towards people who find themselves in situations that they aren't quite sure what to do. Now, we know one thing for sure. The people that find themselves in crisis, the Pregnancy Resource Center of Bend, when they find themselves in crisis, we want them to know, and Pregnancy Resource Center does a great job of this, we want them to know that Jesus loves them and is with them. And so that's one of the reasons why we sponsor and financially support the Pregnancy Resource Center of Bend. They do a great job, and we want to help them also be the beautiful feet of those who bring the good news. Specifically, if a group is doing something well to share the love of Jesus, we want to support that. And that's what we're doing here. So if you took a bottle, go ahead and bring it back with however much you were able to fill it up. And if you don't have a bottle, but you still want to support the Pregnancy Resource Center of Bend, you can do that this Sunday, September 12th. And then we'll bring it back to them and we'll bless the Pregnancy Resource Center of Bend by supporting them. But we can't wait to see you guys. We can't wait to come together and celebrate Christ with you guys this Sunday, 10 a.m. right here at 222 Reed Market Road. We can't wait to see you. We love you. God bless you.